Do you believe by STEM that a small jar of salt, if placed in the right spot in your home, could wipe out debt, block bad luck, and cause money to flow in like an endless stream? Hello, I am Master Quan. In the practice of Feng Shui, there is a simple principle that most people tend to overlook. Salt is not just a kitchen seasoning. It is actually an energy magnet. It draws out negative energy and invisible bad vibes that may be quietly blocking your family's flow of wealth. And once these negative forces are cleared away, that empty space is immediately filled with prosperous energy, making it easier for money and good fortune to find their way to you. But here's the real concern. If you place the salt jar in the wrong spot, instead of opening the door to abundance, you might accidentally create a financial leak. That means money comes in but slips right back out, your peace of mind is disturbed, and your home could fall into chaos. Many people have made this mistake without ever realizing it, and as a result, they continue to live in struggle and hardship. So where exactly is the golden spot to place your salt jar? The answer may surprise you because it is right inside your home. You just have never paid attention to it. Before we dive deeper, leave a comment as a way of unlocking the door to positive energy today. You can write something like, "I open the door to let prosperity flow into my home." And do not forget, if you are interested in practical Feng Shui tips, the kind that help you keep your money, grow your money, and nurture peace, make sure to subscribe to Master Quan's channel. Every week, I will share simple, effective Feng Shui principles that show you wealth is not a matter of luck, but a direct result of how you live and arrange your home. So why does salt have such powerful energy? Let us explore the hidden energy inside each grain of salt and why it has become one of the most powerful tools in Feng Shui. For thousands of years, salt has been known as an incredibly powerful purifier. If water brings life, then salt is what keeps that life clean and sustainable. Ancient people quickly recognized this special quality, not only using salt in food and medicine, but also placing it in spiritual rituals. In many cultures, salt has been seen as a shield against evil energy, a tool to cleanse the space and protect the home. When entering temples or moving into a new house, people often sprinkle salt around the home, believing it will instantly clear away heavy, stagnant energy. In Feng Shui, salt is not just a common seasoning. It is the gatekeeper of invisible energy flow. Energy, or Qi, is the life force that determines whether a home thrives or declines. When energy becomes blocked or weighed down, families often face problems with finances, health, and emotional well-being. Salt has the ability to absorb moisture and hold on to bad energy, which helps reset the energy field and clear out stuck areas, allowing good energy to spread throughout the space. What is truly special is how quickly it works. When a salt jar is placed correctly, many people notice a shift overnight. The atmosphere in the house feels lighter, sleep becomes deeper and more restful, and the next morning you wake up feeling mentally refreshed and emotionally calm. Tension and arguments within the family start to fade, replaced by harmony. And most importantly, a sense of safety and abundance begins to take over, as if your home has been cleansed of its old, heavy energy. That is the magical, and yet very practical, effect of salt in Feng Shui. A tiny salt jar can become the key to unlocking prosperity if you know how to use it correctly. But the real secret is not just the salt itself, it lies in how you choose and place it inside your home. And this is where many people unknowingly make mistakes. Now that you understand just how powerful salt truly is, the most important question is, where should you place your salt jar so that it actually works and attracts wealth most effectively? Let me reveal the answer right now. First location, just behind the main entrance. In Feng Shui, the main entrance is often compared to the mouth of the house. It is the place where all energy flows enter from the outside and spread throughout the rooms. Every time you open the door, it is not just light or wind that comes in. Invisible energy fields flow in as well. These energies can be both positive and negative, and the balance between them determines the overall atmosphere in your home. If the negative energy outweighs the good, the indoor environment can become heavy, affecting your mood, health, and financial luck. Placing a jar of salt just behind the main door or acts as the first filter for your house. Salt is known for absorbing and neutralizing energy. When placed at the point of entry, it immediately traps negative energy, chaotic vibrations, and allows clean, pure energy to circulate. Think of it like cleaning the front gate, so everything entering is pure, which makes it easier for wealth energy to form and thrive inside. The main entrance is directly related to money because it is considered the gate of fortune for the household. When energy flows in and out smoothly, finances tend to follow suit. A main door with clean, positive energy allows opportunities from the outside to enter more easily. On the other hand, if the entrance is filled with heavy energy, good luck will be blocked and wealth will not stay long. That is why placing a salt jar at this spot is not just for purification. It is also about opening the gate to receive wealth. Beyond neutralizing energy, salt also provides stability. When negative vibrations are stopped at the entrance, the energy inside the house becomes less chaotic. A stable space gives a sense of safety and calm to everyone living in the home. And when people feel mentally balanced, their financial decisions become wiser, work flows more smoothly, and the flow of money becomes more steady. The salt jar at the main door might not directly create money, but it sets up the environment for wealth to come and stay. Another important point is continuity. The main door opens and closes every day, and with that, energy constantly shifts. Without a balancing point, the home is easily affected by outside disturbances. A salt jar just behind the entrance acts as a stable balancing layer, preventing the house from being swept away by negative energy swings. When the flow is stable, financial energy gradually accumulates instead of scattering. Second location, under the staircase. If the main entrance is where energy enters, then the space under the staircase is where energy tends to become trapped. In most homes with stairs, this area is often ignored. It is a spot that is rarely used, usually dark, low, and poorly ventilated. According to Feng Shui, places like this easily collect yin energy, which is a form of stagnant, heavy, lifeless energy. When energy gets stuck in a corner, it throws off the home's balance and creates an oppressive feeling throughout the space. Over time, this stagnation can block the flow of wealth energy because financial energy needs constant movement in order to grow. Placing a jar of salt under the staircase is a simple way to fix this problem. Salt, with its ability to absorb negative energy, will cleanse the area and clear out the buildup that has been sitting there for a long time. Once this space is purified, the flow of energy in the entire home will become more even. This is crucial. If energy cannot flow, then wealth cannot either. But when the flow is restored, your finances have a better chance to move freely without being blocked by invisible knots. Aside from purification, the salt jar also helps create stability. Staircases bring constant movement as people go up and down, generating dynamic energy. If the area under the stairs is filled with heavy, stagnant energy, this clash between movement and stillness will disrupt the overall energy of the house. A salt jar placed properly can neutralize this conflict, making the entire staircase area more balanced. When the center of movement in your house becomes stable, the energy flowing upward and downward will be in harmony. And as a result, work and finances tend to go more smoothly. Another key point is that this area usually lacks natural light. The lack of sunlight turns it into a magnet for energy dust. In this case, the salt works as an absorbing surface, pulling in the old, stale energy and making room for fresh flow. This helps eliminate stagnation, bring more vitality into the house, and make it easier for wealth energy to gather. In Feng Shui, wealth is not just about money, it is also about the feeling of abundance, fullness, and mental peace. When certain areas of the house are filled with unprocessed yin energy, the homeowner often feels uneasy. That subtle discomfort can even affect how they perceive money. The salt jar under the staircase does not just adjust the invisible energy, it also creates a psychological sense of peace. When your mindset is calm, you make better financial decisions, and your financial path becomes wider. Third location, Near the bathroom. In Feng Shui, the bathroom is considered a highly sensitive area. It is connected to wastewater flow and represents elimination and disposal. Because of this, it is seen as a spot where energy, including wealth energy, can easily escape. If not properly balanced, this area can weaken the overall energy field of the home. Placing a salt jar near the bathroom is a simple yet powerful way to manage this leakage. Salt, and with its energy-absorbing ability, acts like an invisible barrier. When heavy, stagnant energy escapes from the bathroom, the salt traps most of it, preventing it from spreading to other parts of the house. That way, positive energy is preserved, and your wealth energy does not get swept away unnoticed. Why does this relate directly to money? In Feng Shui, wealth is not just about currency, it is the energy that nourishes abundance. The bathroom is associated with flowing away and loss. If left unchecked, that sense of loss can impact the homeowner's mindset. A salt jar placed nearby serves as a balancing agent, reducing energy leakage while creating a sense of stability and safety in the mind. It is important to place the salt in the right spot. The jar should not be placed directly inside the bathroom, as the constant moisture will quickly reduce the salt's effectiveness. Instead, place it just outside the bathroom door or in a discreet nearby corner. At that location, the salt can still absorb bad energy without being affected by excessive humidity. In addition to the salt, you can add a few dried garlic cloves, some dried orange peel, or even a piece of paper with the word purity written on it. These are not magical charms, but symbolic elements that remind you to keep the space clean and energetically fresh. When combined, they help create a more stable energy field and reduce the dispersal of wealth energy. Fourth location, the southeast corner. In Feng Shui, every home is divided into energy zones, and the southeast corner is known as the wealth corner. This area is like the energy bank of the entire house, the spot where positive energy gathers to nurture long-term abundance and prosperity. The ancients believed that when this corner is well cared for and protected, the household will have steady finances and rarely face hardship. To locate this area, simply stand in the center of your home. It could be your living room or any central space, and use a compass. The southeast direction is what you are looking for. If you do not have a compass, you can use your phone or just visualize your home as a square. If north is at the top, then the bottom left corner is southeast. This is an easy way for anyone to find the wealth corner in their living space. So why is placing a salt jar here so effective? The secret lies in the combination of the space's energy and the nature of salt. The southeast belongs to the wood element, symbolizing growth, development, and accumulation. Just like a tree needs clean soil, pure water, and enough light to thrive, the wood energy also needs a clean environment, free from toxic interference. Salted is what cleans the soil. It absorbs heavy energy and allows wood to grow strongly, creating ideal conditions for wealth to accumulate. The salt jar in the southeast corner acts like an invisible energy filter. It absorbs sluggishness, stabilizes the energy flow, and brings clarity and lightness back to the space. When the energy is cleansed, the wealth energy can flow freely, just like a river no longer blocked by mud. At this point, money does not arrive through random luck, but in a stable way. Business opportunities open up, financial decisions become clearer, and a real sense of prosperity begins to emerge. This is not only about energy. The southeast corner reflects your personal relationship with saving and growing money. A carefully maintained wealth corner often promotes a mindset of financial safety and smart management. A salt jar here is both a Feng Shui tool and a daily reminder that wealth is not only about outside opportunities, it is also about stability, cleanliness, and your ability to hold on to what you have. However, there is one important rule to remember. The southeast corner must be bright, clean, and dry. If it is dark, damp, or near water sources, the salt will clump up quickly and lose its absorbing power. In that case, it might worsen the energy instead of improving it. So before placing your salt jar, clean up the space, wipe everything down, and make sure it is well ventilated. Fifth location, the northwest corner. The northwest corner is known as the benefactor sector in Feng Shui. This area is connected to support, guidance, and helpful relationships, both in your career and in life. It represents the people who bring you opportunities, open doors, and help you overcome difficulties. When the energy in the northwest corner is kept clear and stable, you are more likely to meet trustworthy individuals, receive timely support, and encounter opportunities for growth. But when this space is cluttered, heavy, or dark, help becomes harder to come by, and your path to success and prosperity may face unnecessary roadblocks. Placing a salt jar in the northwest corner is a powerful way to purify and stabilize the energy in this area. Salt absorbs negative vibrations and disruptive energy, leaving behind a more balanced energy field. Once this space is clean and energetically aligned, your ability to connect with supportive people, often called benefactors, naturally increases. This is not about superstition. It follows a simple truth. When your space is clear, your mind becomes more alert and open, making it easier to recognize opportunities and receive help. In addition to salt, you can enhance this space with symbolic objects such as coins or slices of dried ginger. Coins represent prosperity and financial flow, while ginger symbolizes warmth, resilience, and connection. These items are not magical charms. They are simply energetic reminders that help strengthen the overall energy field. Why does this corner relate directly to wealth? Because in reality, financial success rarely comes from effort alone. Most of the time, wealth and progress are tied to the right relationships and timely opportunities. When the northwest corner is cleansed and nourished, your chances of encountering helpful people increase. And with their support, prosperity can accumulate and grow in a stable way. One important thing to remember: this area must be kept clean and well lit. If the northwest corner is messy or neglected, the salt jar will not be as effective. But when this space is thoughtfully maintained, the salt becomes a powerful tool to keep energy clear and stable, and to welcome in supportive connections. Placing the salt jar in the right location is essential, but choosing the right kind of jar is just as important. If you pick the wrong jar, its effects can be greatly reduced. So, what type of salt jar is ideal for attracting and maintaining wealth energy? Let me show you. First, consider the material of the jar. The best option is ceramic. Ceramic belongs to the earth element, which represents stability and long-lasting strength, a solid foundation that supports growth. When salt is placed in a ceramic jar, the wealth energy is not only protected, but also enhanced by the earth element, which is the foundation for accumulation. If you do not have ceramic, a thick glass jar is also a good choice. Glass is clear and strong, symbolizing transparency and clarity in financial matters. It is a great option for those who want to bring more awareness and honesty into their money management. On the other hand, plastic should be completely avoided. Plastic is artificial and lacks a natural energy connection. It offers no real feng shui benefit. Metal is also not recommended, as salt belongs to the water element, and metal can either support or clash with water depending on the circumstance. In many cases, the interaction between salt and metal creates energetic conflict, which may destabilize the energy in your home. Second, pay attention to the color of the jar. Color is not just about looks, it holds symbolic meaning in feng shui. A soft white jar represents purity, helping to keep the energy light and clean. White also brightens the space, making it ideal for cleansing and renewal. Earth tone colors like clay brown symbolize stability and endurance, like solid ground where wealth can take root and grow. If you want to boost vitality, you can tie a red string around the jar. Red represents luck, prosperity, and good fortune. When combined with salt, it does not turn the jar into a magical object, but it does help energize a space and attract warmth and positive energy. Third, think about the shape of the jar. In feng shui, round shapes symbolize wholeness, fullness, and harmony. A soft, round jar allows energy to flow smoothly around and within it. When energy flows without interruption, wealth also flows more easily. In contrast, jars with sharp corners or many edges can create a sense of tension or disruption, breaking the natural flow and reducing harmony. So choosing a round jar with smooth curves is ideal for nurturing prosperity and a sense of completeness. Finally, the most important factor is the type of salt you use. For Feng Shui, you should choose natural sea salt, unrefined, coarse, and free from additives or bleaching. Raw sea salt holds strong natural energy, preserving its pure and powerful cleansing qualities. It is highly effective at absorbing negative energy. On the other hand, processed table salt, which has been refined or chemically treated, loses much of its natural vitality and therefore offers much less Feng Shui benefit. Choosing the right salt ensures you are not only purifying your space, but also maintaining a direct connection to the raw power of earth and sea. A simple jar of salt, something that looks like an everyday kitchen item, can become a powerful Feng Shui tool when used correctly. It is not magic, and it is not superstition. It is about smart arrangement based on energy principles. Cleanse what is heavy, keep the space pure, and create pathways for wealth to grow. When you choose the right jar, the right salt, and the right location, your home becomes more harmonious, your mind more at peace, and your wealth energy has a place to settle and expand. Remember, wealth is not just about luck. It is about how we nurture our living space every day. And with one simple action, placing a salt jar correctly, you are already sending a clear message to the universe that you are ready to welcome abundance. Before we end, I invite you to leave a comment as a positive affirmation for yourself. You can write, "Wealth is growing and staying in my home." And if you found today's tips helpful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Master Quan's channel, and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss the next Feng Shui secrets. Every week, I will be right here with you, guiding you on the journey to creating prosperity and peace, right inside your own home.